Hello everyone, welcome back to more Pokemon Black, and now we can start walking outside, exploring the little town here, Novema town. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where some of these names are gonna come from here. Probably have to look that up. As usual, it's a small town. A few houses here. Next to the coastline here. Alright, this house, this is a Charon's house here. The X button is vitally important. Yeah, well, he's actually correct, because your X button basically brings up your menu screen. And he actually is at the lab. No joke. Alright, so looking at his room here, he's got the flat screen TV, a lot of books. Reading too much about Pokemon 101 here. You don't really need to read about this stuff, you just know it by intuition. Alrighty then, guess we'll go into the other house. Kinda nice they put the windows have lights on in there. A little more conflict in this family here. I guess you'll know about, maybe there's more to that later. Actually, I think you do have to go in here, so that she goes to the lab. Alrighty, oh yeah, no kidding. Her mom doesn't seem to care. Anything up here? No. Kind of a bland room here. There's no computer anywhere. Just a lot of drawers or something? I'm not even sure what's in this room. That's kind of interesting that, you know, both your neighbors have, you know, two parents and you only have one. That's like almost in every game. Except for maybe, third generation. Actually, your dad's the gym leader of the Petalburg gym. But like every other game, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what's with that. Unless I'm missing something here. Like, yeah, you never see your dad or anything. I don't know, they could be journeying, I don't know. You never figure out what goes on. Alrighty, into the lab. Going back on topic here. Professor Juniper here. Okay, as with every professor in every other generation, has to research Pokemon. Alrighty, I'm actually gonna nickname all my Pokemon here. There's a name rater here, so you can always change nicknames, and here you're given 10 characters, so you can really stretch some names out there. I think Japanese characters are, I think it's 5 from what I've watched. But here is 10 characters, so you got plenty of room to type in whatever names you want, and again, you can change the names whenever you feel like it, so I may change some of these names, but I'll start with some default ones. As I get more team members onto my team here, we can add more names on here. Name my Oshawott here. Wherever that name comes from. Oh, really? You don't know what a pokedex is? Do you really need to study a lot for this? I mean, a lot of this is just intuition. Gotta study a little bit, but... it's all gut feeling. Of course, always have to fill up the pokedex. Yeah, of course, you never talk. You just like silently say yes. Oh, Route 1, they just restarted the numbers. I thought they would have used like 301 or something. You know, it started with a Route 1 and it went up to like, you know, continued on when it went 100s, 200s, and then you think it would have went 300s, but decided to go back to 1. Alright, nothing else in here. Where these weird gizmos are. Alright, stepping outside. You can find your mom here. Now, I don't know why she decided to get 3 town maps. Maybe she had them stored away or something. What's left of it? Yeah, it doesn't look like much of a room left. Although my Wii was still intact, that didn't get destroyed. Again, this area is called Unova. I think in Japan or like Issue or something. Called Unova now. I think they completely changed the name. Alright, so they're gonna rush on to Route 1 here. But I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm actually gonna take a few minutes here. Go through the different options in the menu here. You know, most of you are familiar with this, so nothing new here. Got your nature, where you met it, some basic background info, items held, your stats. So you actually can tell by which nature does which. The red is plus and the blue is minus. Abilities. And you'll notice some of these moves have been changed. Tail Whip I think stayed the same, but Tackle got a pretty good boost. It used to be I think 35 power with 95% accuracy. Pretty bad move. I usually get rid of it very quickly. Now it's a base 50 and 100% accurate, so it's actually a much better move. Here's your Pokedex. Right now it looks pretty empty, but Pokemon you've seen, it's all question marks. And anything you've caught or owned at some point will give you the full information. Check where you can find the Pokemon. I think the arrows on the sides just go down to the next entry in the Pokedex. Your bag in this game is, again, a infinite capacity bag, which carries everything. Items, medicines, TMs and HMs. There'll be more on that later. Very interesting changes there. Berries, some key items, and there's like a when your key items, you may notice a little box there. If you push the Y button or click that box, you put a little check mark in there, which basically it's kind of like a shortcut thing, so you don't have to go into your menu to find it. Items you can actually reorganize, so it's actually very nice. Here's your badge case, the different gym leaders there. And the trainer card you can kind of mess around with. You can change some stuff on it. So if you have a few minutes to spare, I guess you can mess around with this. Your default card is a green card here. And as you get trainer stars, the colors change. I don't know how to what colors though. The badges look a little different here. Instead of like squares and circles, now they're like whole different designs. Options, you can change the text speed. Obviously I'm not going to use slow. Either mid or fast, and fast is very fast. And they aren't kidding when they say fast. Before it was just a little bit faster, but they really speed stuff up now, so I might switch between the two. And saving your game is just saving your game, so nothing different about that. Alright, so when you push the Y button, when you've registered an item, you can automatically bring it up, and maybe more convenient when you have more, more items you can register. Here's your town map, which doesn't really do too much. Alright, so after I've wasted enough time here and probably put half of you to sleep, since you probably knew all that already, now we finally go on to Route 1. Our first step at the same time. This almost reminds me of like the end of that Raikou special. You got those 3 trainers there that they kind of go on the same route and then they kind of split up at the very end, but it's kind of they start their journeys at the same time. I don't know why it reminds me of that. I don't know why you have to take that first step across. I mean, there's no like magic line or anything. Notice the nice atmosphere here. Leaves flying around here. It's different for each season. Oh my gosh, it's the infamous tutorial of how to catch a Pokemon. I mean, if you have played any Pokemon game, you will know how to do this. Seriously. Oh my goodness. Ever so annoying tutorial. Although I think this one is actually kind of pre-programmed, so it's like, I think the same thing always happens. So you'll knock out the Pokemon or something. Yeah, you just have to let this play. I mean, if you played any version of Pokemon, you pretty much know how to catch a Pokemon. I don't think I needed to see that, but yeah, I watched it. It's like Pokemon Catching Basics 101 here. Although you'll see much later on, I will catch Pokemon at full strength. But these weak Pokemon, But that's much later on. All right, pick up. Oh, she gives you 5 Pokeballs. Pokemon Catching Basics. I mean, whatever. Accumula Town. That was a weird name of the town there. But yeah, but really, you weaken the Pokemon. you put some status ailments on it, and then you throw your Pokeballs. That's basically it. The next town is like just like 50 feet ahead here. There's too much dialogue here, I don't know why at the beginning here. Speech bubbles and all that's kind of interesting. At least you know who's talking. Of course, you never talk, so... No, I don't feel like catching a bunch of Pokemon. One, I've only got 5 Pokeballs. 2, I don't generally catch a lot of Pokemon, at least until like the end of the game, where you have like supplies. Okay, well, as they walk up, do whatever they want. Take a break here, and the next part we'll actually start moving up Route 1 here. Alright, see you guys later.